Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel All Purpose Tutorials, and I also welcome you to our second part of conjunctions. So let's start. So as this is the second video of our conjunctions video, so the first topic here is correlative conjunctions. So what is a correlative conjunction? As suggested by their name, correlative conjunctions correlate. It means that as you can see from the name only that the name is correlative conjunctions, so these conjunctions correlate, working in pairs to join phrases or words that carry equal importance within a sentence. And these conjunctions works in pairs to join phrases or words that carry equal importance within a sentence. Like many of the interesting parts of speech, correlative conjunctions are fun to use. Uh, in uh, uh, in most interesting parts of speech, correlative conjunctions are fun to use. That means in speech there are 9 parts of speech. So in some parts that are interesting to learn, also they are fun to use and easy to use. At the same time, there are some important rules to remember for using them correctly. So here are some rules, and if you remember, then it would be easy for you all to use correlative conjunctions. So the first rule is, when using correlative conjunctions, ensure verbs agree so your sentences make sense. It means then it means that when we are using correlative conjunctions, so we should make sure that the verbs we are using are the right verbs, and the verbs are according to the sentence, and the verbs match the meaning of the sentence. That means the main point of the sentence uh, should be according to the main point of the sentence, and the verbs should be same. Like here is an example. Every night, either loud music or fighting neighbors wake John from his sleep. So you can see that in this example, how we are using or either and or, and they are the right verbs which we can use here. The second rule is, when you use a correlative conjunctions, you must be sure that pronouns agree. It means that when we are using a correlative conjunction, so we should make sure that the pronouns are according to the meaning of the sentence. Like here is an example. Neither Deborah, sorry, neither Deborah nor Sally expressed, neither Deborah nor Sally expressed her annoyance when the cat broke the entry clamp. So you can see that we have used here neither and nor, and these pronouns are the right pronouns which we can use here at this sentence. So you can see that how we can use pronouns, and how the pronouns should agree to the sentences. So the third rule is, when using correlative conjunctions, be sure to keep parallel structure intact. Equal grammatical units need to be incorporated into the entire sentence. It means that when we are using correlative conjunctions, we should make sure that the parallel structure should be good, and the grammatical units should be right inside the entire sentence. Like, not only did Mary grill burgers for Michael, but she also fixed the steak for her dog Winnie. So you can see that how we can apply this rule, like keeping the parallel structure intact here, and the all grammatical units should be equal, and needs to be incorporated in the entire sentence. So you can see how we implemented it here. Now, here are some examples of correlative conjunctions. In the following example, the correlative conjunctions have been italicized for easy identification. It means that the place where we have used the correlative conjunctions, I have written the words in italic font, so it would be easier for you to understand where we have used correlative conjunctions. So the first example is she is both intelligent and beautiful. So you can see that here both and intelligent are sorry so here both and are the correlative conjunctions, and you can see how they are connecting the sentence. And the second example is I will either go for a hike or stay home and watch TV. So here either and or are the correlative conjunctions, and you can see that how they are connecting the these how they are connecting the entire sentence. So you can see that the main role of the correlative conjunctions, as clear by their name, is to connect the parts of speech which are carrying connect the parts of phrases which are carrying equal importance. So the third example is Jerry is neither rich nor famous. So you can see we every time we use either and or together, and neither and nor together. So you can see here you will not see that only either is used somewhere or only or used somewhere, and you'll also not see that only neither is used somewhere and only nor is used somewhere. So we cannot use these uh, at different place. We have to use these conjunctions together, like Jerry is neither rich nor famous. So you can see how these conjunctions are connecting this entire sentence. So the fourth is he is not only intelligent but also very funny. So here not only and but are correlative conjunctions. And the fifth example is would you rather go shopping or spend the day at the beach? So here rather and or are the correlative conjunctions. Now, conjunctive adverbs. So what is a conjunctive adverb? Conjunctive adverb are parts of speech that are used to connect one clause to another. It means that it means that conjunctive adverbs are that part of speech that are used to connect one clause from another. They are also used to show sequence, contrast, cause and effect and other relationships. It means that they are used to show relationships in a sentence, sequence in a sentence, contrast in a sentence, cause and effect in a sentence, and as you saw that they are also used to connect one clause to another. Now, like other adverbs, conjunctive adverbs may be moved around in a sentence or clause in which they appear. It means that conjunctive adverbs can be moved anywhere in the sentence or clause in which they appear, in which we can see them. This is just one of the things you will need to remember. Additional rules for using conjunctive adverbs follows. It means that there are so many things you will need to remember to use conjunctive adverbs, but here is only one, and there are some additional rules for using conjunctive adverbs. So you would be able to use conjunctive adverbs very easily if you'll remember these rules. Always use a period or semicolon before the conjunctive adverb when separating two independent clauses. It means that we should always use a period or semicolon before a before a conjunctive adverb when we are separating two independent clauses. Conjunctive adverbs are not strong enough to join independent clauses without supporting punctuations. It means that conjunctive adverbs, when we are using conjunctive adverbs, so it is necessary to use punctuations, because they are not strong enough to join independent clauses on their own without using a supporting punctuation. Use a comma if a conjunction such as and, but, or, so appears between the conjunctive adverbs and the first clause. We should always use a comma if a conjunction like and, but, or appears between the conjunctive adverbs and the first clause. Use a comma between conjunctive adverbs when they appear at the beginning of a sentence's second clause. We should use a comma behind conjunctive adverbs when we see them in the beginning of a sentence's second clause. In the beginning of a sentence's second clause. The only exception to this rule is that no comma is necessary if the adverb is a single syllable. So it means that there is only one exception, that we do not need to use comma if the adverb there is a single syllable. So thanks for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video, then please like it, subscribe our channel, and share it as much as possible. And again, thanks for watching.